Ain't nothing like coffee at 9 o'clock in the night, am I right, boys? What's going on, guys? TKD with a video, and today I want to talk about the new news that we got from Drake from the OVO Sound Radio episode that I talked about this weekend, and I believe it was Sunday's video. Yes, it was on Sunday's video, right? So on Sunday, it was the OVO Sound Radio that was officially, going to highlight and debut Drake's birthday, and it was hosted by Drake. His 30th birthday is as of this recording today, but it was on Monday, October 24th. That's Drake's birthday. He turned 30. And so he hosted a live OVO Sound Radio broadcast on Apple Music exclusively, and he, had a really dope mix of songs in the beginning of the episode, and it was really good, really good stuff from high hitting people like we talking Skepta, 21 Savage, all those good people that were on the mix. It was great stuff. And then he announced a upcoming project due out in December called More Life, and you can see the album artwork over here on screen. And he also accompanied this announcement with 4 brand new tracks from this project that he's working on. So I definitely like the artwork, very cool. Obviously, it's his father and all that stuff. It's a very, very good, artwork in my opinion. It just highlights Drake's father. Obviously, there's Drake's dad in the picture. Duh, if you're a Drake fan, you probably know that already. But the new songs are really what was the meat of this episode. What really was, the actual things that we were looking for out of this episode. Now it's weird because he's not really calling this a mixtape or an EP. He called it a playlist, but with original music, which is kind of a weird terminology. He had, this isn't the first time he's done this. Like he called, If You're Reading This Is Too Late, a mixtape, and that was basically, an album. That was basically an album. It was 17, 18 tracks long. I forgot what, the actual amount was, but it was a pretty, lengthy project, and I view it more as an album, more, as opposed to a mixtape, or like an EP, or as, I, really, look at that as an album, and so do a lot of other people do. But this, definitely, he has weird terminology for this project. It's just calling it a original playlist and stuff like that, so it's kind of weird, but what exactly he's going for with this tape, but I'm just gonna be calling it a tape here. I might call it an album, but just know that he is calling it something else. And he debuted 4 tracks off of this EP that he's coming out with called More Life in December, and the tracks go Fake Love, Sneakin', 2 Birds, 1 Stone, and Wanna Know remix. So Wanna Know is a remix of an existing song. The other 3 are brand new, so that we have not heard from Drake. So just kind of my quick, review, I guess, of the 4 songs. They're really good, they're very awesome. Fake Love is definitely, the highlight of all these 4. I feel like that's kind of been the overall type of theme going on media, where the people are really liking Fake Love, and I like Fake Love as well, but I also love 2 Birds, 1 Stone. That one is a very, very good song. Honestly, all of them are really good. I feel like probably the weakest is probably Wanna Know, just because it's just a little bit, but this is some high caliber stuff we are getting from Drake. Very, very high caliber stuff. He's not playing around, obviously, and he is looking for 30 to be one of his best years in music he's ever done. Now, there's been a lot of controversy and a lot of talk and a lot of hates towards Drake for a couple lines in 2 Birds, 1 Stone. Now, this was the first track he officially played on the OVO Sound Radio, and it gave a very, very good start to the episode, to the new stuff. It's a very good song, very, very good, hard-hitting. It's one of those songs, there is really no verses, kind of just like, off the cuff, just rapping, kind of, one of those songs. It was a very, very good song. I like it, in my opinion. I like the beat as well. Great song. But there are some lines in there that even I caught on my first playthrough. I was like, man, it's kind of aggressive. That's kind of harsh, and we're gonna get into these lyrics that have been questioned, through a lot of people on Twitter right now. And the bulk of these, actually all of these, really pertain to Kid Cudi. Now, as Kid Cudi called out Kanye West and Drake a few weeks back, and then also, after that, he checked himself into a rehab center for, having depression, anxiety, all that stuff. There's a full article that you can read on his Facebook page where you can read, his exact words for why he's going to rehab and all that stuff. And I also covered it in a video down in my YouTube channel, so definitely check it out. But, he basically just said that, hey, listen, I'm not happy. I haven't been happy in a long time, and I'm gonna go get help. Right, so he, made a conscious choice for himself, and then he went out, to go get help through a rehab center, which is, a very, very good thing. It's very commendable. It's a very, mature adult thing to do, and I really do appreciate Kid Cudi for doing that and setting a good example. But, however, Drake just kind of goes a little bit too far, in my opinion, in these lines. This one is not that bad. It's, I liked your old shit, but wasn't in love with the latest. That's just whatever. If it just stopped there, there would have probably been no, even, nothing to come of it, right? It would have been just that line where everyone knows, okay, he's talking about Kid Cudi. It's fine, whatever, right? But this middle one is where things get a little bit hazy for me. He says, you was a man on the moon, and now you just go through your phases. Now, obviously, Man on the Moon, that was a Kid Cudi album, everyone knows that. But calling it just going through your phases, like, that's where, even me, I was in the car, I was like, yo, that's kind of disrespectful. Like, that's a little bit too far, you know, for me, honestly. Like, I felt like, man, like, that's kind of messed up, man. Like, to call, you know, a mental illness, and to call, you know, a man that, you know, is, you know, made the choice to go into a rehab center and, you know, to get help and all stuff, and to just call him going through his phases, like, that just seems kind of, this reminds me a lot of when J. Cole had his line on Jodeci Freestyle, and he said something about mentally autistic retarded started. He said something like that about, you know, kind of, you know, made a wordplay off of the word mentally retarded and autistic and stuff like that. So, you know, and, you know, with that whole thing, it didn't blow up to the kind of, it didn't really blow up to the magnitude I feel Drake's blowing up right now with this whole line thing. But, you know, it was about 2-3 days afterwards, J. Cole issued an official statement, an official apology, and I believe they even have a version of the song that now doesn't have that lyric in it. That may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that happened at some point where they actually re-released the song with that line cut out of it. Now, obviously, I don't think that, you know, this song is gonna get, you know, changed anyway or like retracted, but I just feel like that this particular line right here, just calling, you know, what Kid Cudi is going through as a phase, I felt like that was a little bit, you know, too much. And that was a little bit too kind of off the hinges, kind of, you know, low key, like kind of just rude, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit too far for me. And then he goes on to say life of the angry and famous, you know, which is kind of, I guess, you know, whatever. But I just wish that, you know, he didn't use the terminology, you know, phases to, you know, kind of describe Kid Cudi going through depression, anxiety, whatever. Because there's a lot of people, you know, out here in the world that are going through those things, those same things that Kid Cudi is going through. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know, you know, if that was the right terminology. I understand that, you know, he was just trying to go for that, but I feel like, you know, at some point a line has to be drawn here, and I feel like this line definitely kind of crossed the line that didn't have to be crossed, in my opinion. And people have been saying that, you know, because, you know, Kid Cudi is in the rehab center right now, he can't respond, he can't even listen to what he said, all this good stuff, and like that kind of like adds on to the blow too, that, you know, like he doesn't even have an opportunity to respond to these allegations, right? So I mean, I'm not, you know, that mad. I'm not over here telling like, oh yeah, let's start a hashtag, whatever, and like get the song changed, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I like the song. I like the song. The line is very clever. I'm just saying it's very bold. It's a very brutal line, and it's a line that I feel like probably shouldn't have been crossed, or even should have been kind of, I guess, reconsidered in a way. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for this video. Make sure to check out more Life when it drops in December, and you know I'll be reviewing that. You guys know I'll be doing it, definitely 100% for sure. Make sure down below, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this whole thing about Drake and these lyric issues. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And while you're done, check out my description. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff, where you can follow me on there. Also, leave a like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff if you appreciate my content, if you appreciate the presence, if you appreciate everything I'm doing on this channel. I'm working hard, guys. I'm working hard. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I got you.